Hello. This is my interview with Jada Lewis, the basketball player that I see her around in the rec center sometimes. She's still studying her majors like neuroscience. She's something in the science major. She's something in the science major. But she also played basketball at GSU, and I did ask her the first four questions that was provided that I had to ask. And the way I contacted her was like with we did the interview on phone, and it was really cool and everything. With how I contacted her, it was really crazy. I had to like contact first the professors, some of the professors that she had classes with. This is my spine. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But I found her contact information and she agreed, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy actually. Like imagine that. Like she said yes, and so I did the interview. I was like, yo, this is good. This is good for my class. And yeah, so the first question I asked her was, do you think the glass ceiling exists in the sports industry? Why or why not? She said, obviously, there is a glass ceiling. And also, by the way, during the interview, I did write down notes, um, which answers she provided me with, so I can obviously know what to say in this presentation. So that's why I'm going to be looking over the notes and also um, asking a question. But she did say this. She said, the glass ceiling does get better, but there's a lot of barriers, he says, and especially in coaching and media roles, um, just women are gonna have to work twice as hard just to get to like those opportunities, those doors open to be in a WNBA or just to be recognized in that sports environment. There's like volleyball, soccer, especially basketball. Basketball is now there's WNBA going on. Well, not now, but like WNBA's been going on. It's bringing a lot of attraction now. First we got the means for it, so then making fun of the NBA. But yeah, so she does say there is a glass ceiling. The next question, and I did ask her that question. I said, have you or someone encountered this glass ceiling in the sports industry? And she says yes. There's been talented women that face a lot of obstacles that made counterparts don't. That they have to push a lot again, twice as hard, just to get the respect and that door opened. So yeah, she sees a lot of talented women that she knows from her team and from other networking events that happened. And I also asked her this question, which is a big question, and she first was like, "What? What?" No, she didn't do that, but she was like very. You could kind of tell that she was kind of confused, but then she answered appropriately. She said, "Yes, there's an increasing, which is exciting," and she says there's a shift happening, more visibility for female athletes and leaders. She isn't does get encouraged for because like there's all the models and online and social media. So when that happens, she just gets that motivation and she sees that oh my god, it's just like big role models, women role models that are showcasing beating a, like this athlete, this woman female athlete. And so yes, there's an increase in the pursuit of those careers. Next question I asked. What advice would you give to a young woman who wants a career in sports? And she says to go for it. Obviously, the work is going to be 10 times harder. It's going to be 10 times more than Well, actually, not 10 times more, but the work is going to be a lot more work. It's just in life. She says there's have to be 10 times working, and all the hard work is going to have to pay. It's going to pay off. But the main thing that I remember she said, she said, belief. Belief is in yourself when you are pursuing this hard work. You have to know what goal in mind you have, and that belief has to be there because all that hard work you're doing, it's gonna go to waste if you don't believe in yourself. That's the biggest goal. There's to be a lot of criticism whatsoever. She says belief. She believed in herself, and look where she's at right now. Alright, next question. I said, what pressures have you experienced when playing basketball? She said, a lot of pressures, especially a lot of big games, and when she's not playing her best. But she reminds herself and the team to focus what they can do for them and learn to manage the pressure. So that has been one of her biggest lessons. Um, what made her get into basketball in the first place. And she said family and social gatherings. After like church, she says she went out to play basketball, and she enjoyed it a lot. And I guess from there, she says she loved it. She started playing basketball and got the thrill of it, got the love for the sport, and continued that. And she just kept doing it over and over until she became what she is right now. And then she says, I asked this question. I said, "What do you think about the criticism that comes when people compare women's basketball to men's?" She said, "It's a bit unfair." That's what she said. Men and women play with different styles, and they have the different unique strengths. But she says that they shouldn't be comparing. You know, they both put in a lot of hard work to get where they at, and they should be respected in their own works, in their work ethic, what they provide for the entertainment for the audience, but as well because of how much work is to get that competitive feeling, get that just that thrill of playing basketball when they're into that the zone. So yeah, that was the answer to that question. And I said, is basketball a mental battle every time you step on the court? She said definitely. Every time she goes in the game, she has her own challenges. But you just have to be mentally strong, she says, and focus all the time. When get into that game, you just have to be confident and belief. That belief, she says, plays a big giant role into her games. And then I asked her, has basketball changed her life? And she says, without a doubt, opened a lot of doors. She has like lifelong friendships in that team. She's a lot of networking, been around, and she's doing. She says pretty much her life did change drastically. A majority of it, a lot of it. And I asked her this question: do you think that WNBA will ever be in par with the NBA? She says possibly. There's a big possible chance. Obviously, there's attraction going on with this means with the WNBA and comments. Every time when they compare WNBA to the NBA, but it's possible, very possible in the future. And that's pretty much it. That is the interview that I did with her. So it was very interesting, and I had a lot of fun doing this interview with Jada Lewis. It was crazy. But yeah, thank you.